With no electricity, little food, and unreliable running water, right now, over 185,000 refugees live within these 12 square miles of terse terrain. 60% children under the age of 18, simply trying to survive. An eye-opening look at some of the world's most forgotten people. How many children do you have? Three? Though UNICEF invites us to remember the babies born here through no fault of their own, like this one in bed number 5.
We came to find this patient of septic shock.
Malnourished, sick with septic shock. Doctors assure us 9-month-old Bior will survive solely due to the medical care and treatment given by the IRC Stabilization Center. The toughest part, though, is getting the correct medical supplies that those children need. Used as a deadly weapon, more than 13 million gallons of toxic Agent Orange were dumped during the war. 44 years later, birth defects, heart problems, disease, and other serious health issues are still being diagnosed in children born long after battle. UNICEF programs are truly boots on the ground. They've been assisting children and families here in Vietnam since 1948.
Cuando yo tenía 15 años,
when I was 15 years
yo
old,
conocí al padre de mis hijos.
I met the father of my kids. He would force me to have sexual relations.
Años yo y él tenía 25.
I was 16 years old and he was 25.
A mother on the run from the merciless MS-13, an international criminal gang that originated in Los Angeles in the 1980s and has savagely spread since.
When they came into the house, they put him on his knees with a gun to the head, and they also threw me to the floor. If she was not hand over the father of her kids, they will kill us all. They will kill us all.
For her safety, we'll call her Rose. Scared, shaking and crying, the 28-year-old says it took 9 terrifying months for her husband and 3 children to escape kingpins in El Salvador and make it here to this shelter in Mexico for migrant mothers and children.
Pero en Centroamérica especialmente hay...
The situation in Central America is very critical because the governments of most of the countries, they have lost power, so they are in a state of anarchy. So all these gangs are kind of controlling the countries.
Like most fleeing for their lives, Rose and her boys left in the middle of the night with nothing but the clothes on their backs.
We're here, we're doing everything that we can every single day to help these children. I think it's also important for people to write your legislators, write your lawmakers, and tell them that you care about this, and there is a lot that you can do.
From funding to supplies, UNICEF helps support safe houses like this. But with today's tremendous influx of arrivals, volunteers alert many are packed to capacity and in desperate need of even the basics like toothpaste, tampons, and toilet paper.
So I feel good about being here because I get to play with other kids. I also get to play with my brothers.
Rose's husband visits from a men's and boys shelter down the road. Sometimes they leave the security of the locked gates and go for a walk to watch the sunset. It's a risk, but also the only sense of home the family has left.